Children, today we will learn about the animal tissues. Animal tissues are different from the plant tissues because of three main reasons. First of all, the growth pattern is different in plants and animals. Second, the animals have more structure. The structural organizations of organs and organ system is far more specialized in animals than in plants. Also, the animals, they can move from one place to another. Most of the tissues in animals body, they are living, and plants, because they are stationary at a place, so the most of the tissues in their body, they are dead tissues. Now animals have four main types of tissues. These are epithelial, muscular, connective, and nervous tissues. And these tissues, these animal tissues, they are classified into four types based on the functions they perform. So again, these four types of tissues can be subdivided. They again have their types. Like epithelial tissue has four types: squamous, columnar, cuboidal, and glandular. Muscular tissue can be divided into three types: striated, unstriated, and cardiac. Connective tissue is again of different types: bone, blood, ligament, tendon, areolar tissue, cartilage, adipose. All these are the types of connective tissues. And then nervous tissue, it does not have its types again. First of all, we will learn about the epithelial tissues. These tissues form the covering of external surfaces and internal cavities and organs of animal body. So it forms the outer covering of structures like skin, outer covering of different organs, inner lining of blood vessels, lungs, and esophagus. It protects the body and controls the movement of material between the body and surrounding and between the parts of the body. So these are the functions of epithelial tissues. First is it protects the body parts. Then it controls the movement of materials between the body and the surroundings and between the parts of body. If you see the structure of these cells, they are very closely arranged. They do not have intercellular spaces, and they also have a fibrous basement membrane. Now it has different types. First of all, squamous epithelial tissue. It consists of layer of thin flat cells. The cells which are present in the squamous epithelial tissue, they are flat, and they are mainly present in the lining of blood vessels, lungs, mouth, esophagus, etc. The skin also has this epithelial tissue, and it has several layers of epithelial cells. And because of the presence of these several layers, it is known as stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Then second type of epithelial tissue is columnar epithelial tissue. It consists of tall pillar-like cells. Because of the pillar-like cells, it is known as columnar epithelial tissue. It is present in the walls of intestine. The columnar epithelial tissue in the respiratory tract, it is present in the respiratory tract also, and there it has hair-like projections which are known as cilia. So because of the presence of these cilia, the tissue is also known as ciliated columnar epithelial tissue. Next is cuboidal epithelial tissue. The cells of this tissue, they are cone-shaped or cube-shaped. Because of these cone-shaped cells, its name is cuboidal epithelial tissue. It is having a basement membrane, and it is present in the lining of kidney tubules and the ducts of salivary glands. And the function of this tissue is to provide the mechanical strength to these organs. The next is glandular epithelial tissue. This tissue is present in the glands because sometimes the tissue of epithelial tissues, they fold inward and forms a multicellular gland, and because it is a gland, so it secretes some substances, and this is known as glandular epithelial tissue. You can see the structure of different type of epithelial tissues. This is simple squamous epithelial tissue, simple cuboidal tissue, simple columnar tissue, then stratified columnar, different layers are there, stratified cuboidal, again the layers are present. Then the next tissue is muscular tissue. This muscular tissue this tissue helps in the movement of different body parts. It consists of elongated cells which are known as muscle fibers. It contains a protein that is called contractile protein, and this contractile protein, it contracts and relaxes, and then it helps in movement of different parts. These muscles are always attached to the bones, and you know the movement of the different body parts, it can be brought about by the movement of muscles and bones both. Now there are two types of muscles, one which can move according to our will, and the other kind of muscles, they cannot move according to our will. The muscles which can move according to our will, they are known as voluntary muscles, and the others which cannot move with our will, they are known as involuntary muscles. Third type of muscles, muscular tissue is also there, that is known as cardiac muscles. These cardiac muscles are also involuntary in function, but they are different from the striated muscles. If you see the structure of striated muscles, the cells are long, cylindrical and multinucleate. See the diagram. These are the striated muscles. They are long, cylindrical in shape, and they have nucleuses in them, and they have dark and light bands over it. Because of this, they are known as striated muscles, and they are multinucleate. They can have many nucleus. They are present because these muscles are helping the movements of the body, so they are mainly in all those parts where the movements is controlled by our will. So they are present in mainly the limbs, in our hands and legs. Second type of muscles are unstriated muscles or the smooth muscles. They are involuntary because they cannot function according to our will. They function on their own, with their own will. The cells of this tissue, they are long, spindle shaped and are uninucleate, and they are mainly present in the alimentary canal, blood vessels, bronchi of lungs, iris of the eye. On all these organs, they are not controlled by our will, so these muscles help in the involuntary movement of the organs. You can see the diagram. These are the smooth muscles. They don't have bands. They are uninucleate. Then third type of muscle, and the shape you see, this is spindle shaped. Then the third type of cardiac muscles are the cardiac muscles. They are involuntary muscles. They have faint striations. Bends are present, but they are very faint. Cells are long, cylindrical, branched and multinucleated. The cells are cylindrical in shape. They have the branches and more than one nucleus is present in them. They are present in the heart and helps in the contraction and relaxation of the heart. You know, the heart keeps on working throughout our life without tiring, and it is these cardiac muscles, they are present in the heart and they help in continuous contraction and relaxation of the heart without tiring. You can see the diagram of cardiac muscles. They are of this shape and they are branched, and you can see the presence of nucleus also there. It is uninucleate, and they have very faint striations over it. स्ट्राइशंस बहुत हल्की सी स्ट्राइशंस आपको इसमें दिख रही हैं.